Are your teams working hard but not making the progress that they want? Are you looking for ways to increase the organization's learning capacity? Are these questions throwing you for a loop? If so, you're in for a double shot in today's Coffeehouse. Welcome back to the Coffeehouse. My name is Vic Bonacci, and I'll be your barista. Today's topic is double loop learning. What is it? Well, I'll give you a hint. It's one of those heuristics that I'll use with my teams or to work on my own personal improvement. Double loop learning is a concept first created by Chris Argyris, and it has to do with the idea that we learn by repetition. So the simplest learning model is something like that plan, do, check, act cycle that we talk about in other videos when we talk about Agile, right? The idea is that you set a goal, you take some action, you look at the result, and then you tweak it and you modify the next cycle of actions. So you're trying to do something, one single task, and get better at it. That's the single loop, the idea that you can work on a specific challenge and become better at it locally. It works really effectively if you're just trying to solve one specific problem, just something that's tactical. Let's say, for example, that, I don't know, you like cooking or you think you want to start a restaurant, right? But you don't know how to cook yet. Maybe you want to start by making grilled cheese sandwiches, and your first couple of grilled cheese sandwiches are just a mess. You don't know if you should toast the bread or put it in the microwave or what's going on. But after a while, you start to learn that, the right proportion of cheese at the right temperature in the pan yields the best results. And over time, several repetitions, you can create the most beautiful and delicious grilled cheese sandwich in the world. Hey, congratulations, you're really good at making a grilled cheese sandwich. But what's that overall goal that you want to do? Start a restaurant? Share your gift of cooking with the world? Well, it's hard to do with just one grilled cheese sandwich. So now you have to start learning something else. How to make potato soup. Another example I like to say is, let's say you're working with a team and you're building software with the team. Now that team is plagued by defects. Bugs keep coming up and interrupting them. So what do they do to fix bugs? Well, they open up their code, they start looking at it, they find where is the problem. They fix the problem, they run it through the tester, and the test comes back, says, green, you fixed the problem, you can move on. But another bug comes up, and another one. So they're getting very good at solving these problems, these issues, by squashing bugs. But at some point they're going to have to stop, put on the brakes, and use what's called the double loop, the second loop, and start asking themselves, okay, why are we seeing all these bugs? Maybe we think we're just trying to fix bugs and get good at bugs, and bugs are a necessary part of development. But really, if you take a step back and you start to ask why, try to see what are the assumptions we're working on. Maybe this team is receiving a lot of defects because they're asked to work very quickly, and maybe they're compromising quality. Maybe there's other practices that they could be using, but they're not. See, so now by using that second line of questioning, the why, we're looking at our assumptions, trying to see if they're valid or not, and uncovering maybe some reasons that are slowing the team down and introducing bugs. So if they could maybe figure out a better way to keep quality levels high, they wouldn't have so many defects in the future. So the single loop in single loop learning focuses on specific problems or tasks. And as I said, it's very good in the short term. It helps you solve specific problems quickly. It's a mental model that helps you learn through repetition. But it's this double loop, the second loop, that goes to the root of the problem. It asks why. Why do we do what we do? So you can think of it as the single loop says, are you doing the thing right? But it's the double loop that asks, are you doing the right thing? Aha! In the world of Scrum, you could think of a few places where we introduce the idea of that retrospective, the idea that you are looking at your assumptions and asking, are we doing the right thing? Why are we doing things this way? I just told you, the sprint retrospective, perhaps the sprint review, and I'm sure you could think of a few other places where this model of empiricism comes to play. Now, double loop learning, the idea that you have to kind of take that step back and examine, be retrospective, and get feedback, could be very difficult for people. It takes self-awareness and responsibility. And that's sometimes difficult for teams to understand on their own. That's why a good coach or scrum master is worth their weight in solid gold, because you help them understand this. Understand that using Agile may sound simple, but it's certainly not easy. But once you cross this threshold of learning, you and the team can begin to challenge these mental models and create an opportunity to change behavior so that you can get right to the result that you want. In the end, the goal is to work smarter, not necessarily harder. So that's double loop learning. If you wanted to take it a step further and learn how to learn, well, then we're getting into the territory of triple loop learning, which is well beyond this cup of joe. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I encourage you to come back, give a like, and subscribe. All that good stuff. If you're really into helping out, I push you toward our Patreon account. You can become a patron of ours by contributing to the tiny tip jar. It helps us out a lot. Until next time, I'm Vic Bonacci, the barista of the Coffeehouse, asking you to enjoy your coffee with friends.